And now your host for this evening, Harris Wittels.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2011 Crunchies. It's called the 2011 Crunchies for some reason. There's some lag there. When it was announced that I, Harris Wittels, would host this year's Crunchies, the collective tech community went, who? Seriously, who dropped out that I was asked to do this? There's no way I wasn't like the 100th person that they asked. Who was it? Was it Ricky Gervais? Was it Chris Hardwick? Was it the freecreditreport.com guys? For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a writer on NBC's Parks and Recreation. I wrote on Eastbound and Down, another show. I wrote on the Sarah Silverman program. Hopefully those things combined add up to you guys not being completely let down that I'm the host of this. Humblebrag. Speaking of, I created the Twitter feed Humblebrag. And for, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah. For those that don't know, a humblebrag is a brag that's masked in like faux humility. Like when a model says like, I hate being a model, I miss cake, whatever. That's a humble brag. And it's rampant on the internet, just rampant. In fact, I follow a lot of you guys that are here tonight on Twitter, and you got some pretty good humble brags yourself. So if it's cool, I'd like to read some of those for you. Let's see. MC Siegler tweets, trying to catch up on 1 billion emails before game time. That's 2 for the price of 1 there. He's important and he's got tickets to the NFC Championship game. I'm surprised he's got time to tweet. Ron Conway, that's right, Ron Conway. I will never understand these pretentious blue bloods who have to pay someone to drive their own yacht. Yes, Ron, the most relatable pet peeve in the world. Gotta hit Ariana Huffington. About to take off from Milan to Istanbul, and none of my 3 Blackberries are working. I don't like any of these words in the same sentence, like any of them. Milan, Blackberries, plural, Istanbul, 3. Just top to bottom, humblebrag here. Just top to bottom. Oh, what's this? Oh, bonus. Bonus, Huffington. Helicopter from Munich to Switzerland had to land 100 kilometers away because of snow. Gonna have to rough it in an armored snow hovercraft the rest of the way. Hashtag first world problems. You can't avoid being called a braggart just by saying that you're bragging. Like first world problems, you can't do that. Can't juke me, Ariana. Can't juke a jukester. Well, Marissa Mayer. You would think one of Fortune's most powerful women in the world would be able to get her husband to take out the fucking trash once in a while. That's a pretty good one. Classic. That's a classic. Heather Hardy. Attention all bartenders, you can stop carding me now. I mean, come on, I'm wearing a pantsuit. I'll translate this for you guys. What Heather means is that she looks young enough to card, and she wants you to know it. MC Hammer. Just learned that the professional clown community calls their pants MC Hammer pants. Get over it, guys. It's been 20 years. Hashtag too legit to quit. Let's move on to talking about Google Plus. Google Plus, huh? Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Right? As you all know, this was one of the big developments this past year, Google Plus. They try to compete with Facebook. Google, come on, man. Like, I love you. You know, you gave me Chrome. Sometimes you make your homepage into little instruments shaped like the word Google. that I can play for 27 seconds and forget why I opened up Google to begin with. You gave me Gmail. Gmail. It's so great. Although I will say this to Gmail, I don't want to switch to new Gmail. I don't want it. Okay? I liked Gmail. It was fine. It felt like home. Gmail, it feels like home to me, and stop trying to make me move away from my home. But back to shitting on Google+. If you're really serious about doing this, about competing with Facebook, let me give you some suggestions. For starters, like, leave me alone. You're like, stop. You're not supposed to be this annoying. I don't want all the emails from you. I don't need it. Okay? You're Google, man. You don't have to, like, you know, it's like Coke advertising. It's weird. Also, the reason people use Facebook is to stalk people. You can't do it on Google+. If I can't look at an ex-girlfriend's Acapulco trip with her new fiance, I don't want to use you as a social network. Also, Google, no one wants instant upload of photos. I have to go through them first and select the ones where I don't look fat or too, let's say, Jewish. You can de-tag on Facebook. That's an incredibly useful tool, is the de-tagging. Have you ever noticed that most girls only have like 10 photos of themselves and they're always looking slightly to the left and down? That's freedom. That's America. But Facebook has its downsides too, you know? Facebook has its downsides too. The internet is a scary place, and that none of this shit is ever going away. None of this shit that we put up is going anywhere, especially on Facebook. Like, somewhere out there, there's a college student who will one day become president of the United States, a young, privileged, homophobic Republican fellow who will become president one day. But right now, he's got a Facebook page chock full of photos of him playing beer pong and throwing up on a cat. Oh, I mean, like, Obama's hippie photos are nothing compared to this guy who's listed Uncle Buck as his favorite movie and says that the new Nickelback album is, quote, the tits. Let's now talk about Google's groundbreaking innovations of 2011. It's been a big year. They had a big year in telling us how much new stuff they came up with. And here are some of the things that Google claims to have invented this year. Technical problems at the Tech Awards. So that don't beat all. Social networking, they said they invented social networking. Social bookmarking. Revamping failed ventures by simply renaming them. Another example, I suppose. What else did they invent? The nerdy CEO in need of a haircut. They invented the slap chop. They invented Al Gore, who in turn invented the internet. So they invented the internet. Let's talk about another big thing, another big issue right now is the SOPA-PIPA debacle. Now look, I have virtually no genuine information regarding this stuff. I admittedly have no fucking idea what this is about. But I don't like all the fighting. All right? I want to see the tech community and the film industry getting along for a change. All right? I want us to see past all our obvious differences and embrace our similarities. Hollywood has a lot more in common with Silicon Valley than you'd think. Here's some similarities. Many of our best products are auteured, right? Auteured. We both like to humble brag. And us, that's ours. We're both big on sequels. And I guess in Hollywood, Jim's dad is still in it. That's weird. He just hangs out with kids that he doesn't know that are naked with a bullhorn. He's got a bullhorn now, Jim's dad. Sometimes we get criticized for being formulaic. We're the only industries where we expect millions of dollars to be invested based entirely on some dumb pitch. I mean, is like Dead Einstein? I don't know. Really laying it into Biodome tonight. We both like to spend a lot of time patting each other on the back. And the last thing we have in common is we're all sick of this guy. That's going to do it for this portion of the show. I'd now like to bring out your first presenters, SV Angel Ron Conway and your very own mayor, Ed Lee.